Hey, your hype for Lamar Jackson was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life. This year seemed like it was a great time to be a Baltimore Raven. Am I wrong in thinking that?
No, it was a special time in Baltimore. We have a special team in Baltimore. Obviously, a special quarterback. So just to be a part of that, be able to contribute a little bit. It was a special season. Obviously, we ain't finished the way we wanted, but we're going right back to work. And we got goals to win the Super Bowl next year in Tampa. So we right back at it again.
You guys were must-see television every time you got on the field. I mean, now granted, a massive part of option football is the running back being a weapon every single time. And a lot of people thought that when your calf injury happened and going into the playoff game with you potentially not being at 100%, that was going to affect things. You said it didn't end the way you guys wanted to. I think everybody in this room projected you guys to win the Super Bowl, as did you guys because of how good you were. What do you think was the issue with that? Was it the rust of taking a couple weeks off, or was it just some days you're not clicking?
I don't think it was the rush, man. I just think every single snap, every single play matters so much in the playoffs, because every single mistake is magnified because it's one game elimination. I think you could point out a couple plays in that game where we didn't have success and Tennessee capitalized on. I think, the game is as simple as that. So we had a couple turnovers, a couple fourth down stops that essentially are turnovers, and that they're able to capitalize on. And before you know it, the game is upside down, and you're playing in the game trying to catch up, and eventually you run out of time. So we just have to be focused and get back to the drawing board, man.
Coach Harbaugh was very aggressive this year on fourth downs. Very aggressive.
Yep.
Whenever you have the offense that you guys had with that offensive line, with you, with Lamar, with the way everything was clicking, that was something that was a real weapon for you guys all year. Is this ability not to give the ball back? We're using all four downs. This is four down territory in all aspects. Was that something that Harbaugh talked to you guys like early, like when you guys started clicking, like, hey, this is going to be something we're going to use as a weapon this year. We're going to do things that no other teams will do.
Yeah, man, we just knew that we were going to be aggressive. We knew early in the season when we went into Kansas City, we knew we were going to be aggressive. We knew if we got into fourth and short, that we were going to think the odds were in our favor, that we were going to be able to get it. So we had that aggressive mentality all year. Coach Harbaugh had aggressive mentality all year. Our OC, our O-line, whoever it is, you know what I mean? We had that aggressive mentality, and we know on fourth down we got to get it. We got to keep the ball away from the offense and from the opposing offense and keep the ball on our side. So, that's the aggressive mentality we had, and we believe in each other that way.
Let's talk about that Heisman package. What a hilarious troll. What a hilarious flex, but a real weapon for you guys. You have 3 Heisman winners, which normally, by the way, you don't seem to be this way. Neither does Lamar Jackson or RG3 at this stage of his life. But sometimes Heisman winners or people that have a lot of success in college can have massive egos. It feels as if you guys have just bought in completely to each other to try to make each other better. What is it about the guys and the chemistry in that locker room that have made you kind of put the egos aside, not get altered by the success, and just keep moving forward?
I think we just have a great group of guys, man. Guys who understand the value of hard work, understand the value of dedication, understand on one day at a time that you're only as strong as your weakest link. We have guys who care about each other genuinely. We love each other genuinely. We spend time with each other off and on the field. And I just think when you have a bond like that in a locker room, a camaraderie like that within your locker room, it's hard to be beat, man. It's a special feeling. It's a special vibe. And we all thrive off each other. We all try to make each other better. We all try to do whatever we can to help us win the championship. And when you have a whole entire organization on one chord like that, it's special.
Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic. You guys have a great quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Did you guys have any idea that he was going to be able to become the player that he was this past year?
I think everybody in this organization believed in him. Obviously, they did, making him the starter. And just me coming in as a free agent, you could tell that every single person in that locker room believed in Lamar, wanted to do everything they can to help Lamar succeed. So I think everybody believed in him. Everybody knew that he was capable of accomplishing these things. And we just want to do the best we can to make his job as easy as possible.
Next year, listen, I've been a part of some very good teams, very lucky to ride the coattails of very good teams. To be able to accomplish what you guys accomplished this past year, again next year, would be an insane feat. I mean, it would be an absolutely insane feat, especially in the NFL. You've been around the NFL. Defensive coordinators get paid millions of dollars as well. Do you guys expect the same type of success running the same type of offense, or are you guys going to have to change it up a little bit, you think?
We expect to have more success.
Let's go!
You know what I mean? So, of course, defensive coordinators are going to try to come up with things to stop us, but we're going to come up with things to keep having success. We have great offensive coordinator, great offensive minds, great athletes on the offensive line. So we're just going to try to get stronger, bring back our guys, get stronger, get better, and we're trying to have more success next year
When
and
Mar-
be at that Super Bowl in Tampa. So that's what we're working for.
when Marcus Peters was traded to the Baltimore Ravens, you heard all of the LA Rams come out and say, hey, this guy was an incredible teammate. He was good in the locker room, because there's this kind of cliche. I don't want to say cliche, but kind of like there's a lot of bad hype PR around
Yeah.
Marcus Peters because of maybe how aggressive he is, because he talks, because he gets into a fight. But all of the LA Rams players came out and were like, hey, this guy was a good teammate. He was nothing but everything we asked for. When he got to that Ravens defense, it feels as almost your team took another step forward. What was Marcus Peters' addition to the locker room like?
Man, it was huge. I mean, he was huge. And like you said, I don't know where that stigma comes from, because this guy is an amazing teammate. There's not a guy that I'd rather play with. And he rides for his teammates, man. Like, he cares about his teammates. He loves his teammates. And if you're not his teammates, he don't care about you. So that's what I love. And he goes out every single Sunday, every single day. He's a professional, has a great work ethic, and he instantly made our defense better. As you can see, his first game with us was Seattle. He had a huge pick six for us. We jumped the route, returned it for a touchdown, and that essentially was the difference in our game, getting a tough road win in Seattle. So the presence he brings, the leadership he brings, the experience he brings, and the playmaking ability he brings was essential for us to be a great team.
Well, I enjoyed watching him over there. I enjoyed watching your team come together.